Hello everyone, this is Billie. I'm going to make some rings today. Look at this turtle. I had a couple of little turtle moles and I thought, oh, with the ring blanks, I'm going to go ahead and put this turtle on and wear it as a ring. I think it's gorgeous. So, timing was right because I didn't pour any more of these. And Bond Craftors, thank you very much, just sent me the Bond Craftor Polyurethane Resin. So let's see what's inside. Let me open that up. Oh my goodness, more of my favorite cups. That's very nice. So that's nice of them. There's 4 cups. We have gloves. And down there some mixing sticks. Ooh, those are nice and long ones. Another pair of gloves. Oh, well, I can't get that out yet. So here is our A and B. Now these are 1-to-1 ratios. And I've only used polyurethane once before, and it made me quite nervous. It really made me quite nervous. Well, I'm going to try it again. So there's our instructions. Let's see what it has to say. Should I bring it down a little bit? No, you're good. All right. Instruction manual. Mixed ratio. By volume or weight, 1-to-1. It says 10-minute curing. Low viscosity. It turns white after it's cured, and it's a high gloss. And let's see. High efficiency and fast curing. User-friendly. Excellent performance. You can... it's machinable, which means you could put it on a lathe, apparently. And paintable, waterproof, and resistant to mild solvents. Suitable for precise casting with rubber molds. So I went ahead and I dug out more little rubber molds that I thought were rather cute. Depending on how much I make. There's a dolphin. Dolphins. Here's some seashells. There's a walrus. That, I believe, is a swimming penguin. And, oh, there's a cute penguin. I love penguins. My son went to Antarctica, actually. And I have some really great pictures of penguins. So there's some molds. I pulled out a few more. Oh, I thought a squirrel would be cute. It might be rather big, but, you know, the turtle's not too bad, is it? And look at the hang 10 little feet. We might pour some of those. So I'm going to open these up, get a puppy pad down. I'm going to use some different cups because I want to be able to pour with a spout, because when I tried, you know, the polyurethane before, I got very messy. But you have 1 minute to stir and then pour. If it heats up in your hand sooner than that, pour right away. You know, before I get started, I had a thought. That's scary. Let's do one of these turtles and see if it picks up mica powder. So quickly, I'm just going to take this beautiful teal mica. We're just going to brush it all the way in here. I'll paint them later, but let's just see if I can get all this mica in here and see if it picks it up. Because, you know, it's going to cure white. So let's just check this out. And I imagine you could put a colorant in either the A or B. Mix that up good before you put the two together. And it might, you know, make a paler color, being you're mixing it with white. Like put a red in and get a nice pink, or get some pastels. I wanted to try this while we're at it. And I'm going to tell you, when I tried that other product with the polyurethane resin, it really messed up. These cups you can wave out, but it really messed up my other cup. It really sticks to the silicone cup. So I just saw that I had some paper cups And I can make a spout with that. I saw a spot I missed. And I like to get a piece of tape just to clear that excess mica off of there. Clean it off. And we'll go. I marked these at just 20 milligrams each because I don't want to make a bigger batch. I'm afraid I'll waste some. So let me get my other glove here. I've got paper towels on the side, silicone mat. And what else do I have over here we can pour? Actually, there's another turtle. Let's do these little hang 10 feet. And you want to be sure that whatever ring form you're using, that big area will, be covered up. So you're not having an overhang with the silver showing. And I'm not going to put that in while it's curing. I'm going to glue them later. So let's see what we can do. Whoop. Now here's A, and each of these are 32 ounces, so you get quite a bit in the kit. And I do have a discount code for Craftor. You're very welcome to use. I will have that, in the description box below. Ooh, there. A little over. You pour some back in here. These had plugs in it, but I took them out. They were kind of hard to get out. Oh my goodness, Billy, get your stirring stick for heaven's sakes. We'll just use the one they sent us. And this is B. And looks pretty even to me. Wipe my drips off. Okay, here we go in the cup. Mix, mix, mix. I should mark these A and B so I know what I'm doing, but I'll wipe them out before I do another batch. All right, the moment of truth. I hope you can see me. I might be out of frame again. Make sure your molds are clean, and I better get to mixing. It says mix one way, mix one direction. Looks pretty mixed to me. Let's see what happens. While we were waiting, I made another small batch and I filled a few more molds. The elephant, I missed his ears, so I didn't re-pour him. And I re-poured an octopus because I didn't get that right either. It wasn't completely filled up. So let's go ahead and demold what I have here. Now here is a tiny, tiny little seahorse. Oh my gosh, look at that. He's going to need a little trimming. And I can do that while it's still not, cured all the way. Suggest you wait about 8 hours. And then by then I can have them cleaned up and we can start painting. So what else is ready to go? This is the first hang 10 we did. Again, overspill here. Oh gosh, that's perfect. Look at that. It's stuck to the other one. Oh, love those. Love those. Now here's the white turtle that we initially poured. He's going to be great. This goes right into every bit of detail. Isn't that cute? Look at that. I might take some of this throat off because I did take it off of the first one I did with regular resin. That's really cute. Let me put my glasses on. Then we'll let these few sit a moment. Here is the, oh, it took the mica powders. Look at this. Oh, that's pretty. Now that's a chameleon powder. I can see a little bit of change there. I have one bubble there. And let me show you what I mean with scissors. We'll just take a pair of scissors while it's still soft. We can cut that right out. Right off of there. So I have some trimming to do. And then we'll get back to painting or embellishing or whatever it is we need to do. But that's good to know. It takes the micas really nicely, doesn't it? Oh, I see gold. Mainly green and a little gold, but that's beautiful. Then let's go ahead. I'm saving my pieces because that's going in the scrap bin. What else looks ready? These two look ready. Here's another octopus. And these are just fondant molds. Oh, look at him. Look at the eye on him. That's going to require a rhinestone, I think. He's cute. Here's a little turtle. Oh, look at that. These will make some nice rings. I don't have enough ring forms to do all of them, I don't believe. What's over here? Here's the other little dolphin I redid because I missed its tail. Oh, looky here. Looky here. Ah! Get your tail out. It's a little soft. I'll have to let him set a while, but that, wouldn't you think that'll be a cute ring? Ah! Or for anything else you're going to be using these for. I mean, all kinds of embellishments with your smaller molds, and I'm anxious to try a larger mold. But if I just wanted to do little because I wasn't sure of myself, but this was simple, fast, and it really, look at how it goes into those details. That's really gorgeous. That would have been nice with chameleon powders. My stick out of the way. Here's a couple more. Now these, oh, they're ready. I can pull these out. A couple more pairs of toes, little feet. Look at that. It's kind of got a pearl essence to it. So there's two more little hang tens. Oh, brings me back many years. Over here, this was a penguin. I love penguins. My son was able to go to Antarctica and spend some time down there. Look at that. His little beak has a bubble, but I think maybe I can, I wonder if I can just pinch that together. Since it's still wet. Oh, sort of. There we go, just round it off. That took care of that little tip. I'm going to pinch it. But sweet, look at that. Where's my other one? Here's the second penguin. Oh, he's nice. He's really nice. My boy said when he was in Antarctica, if you left the building, he was in McMurdo Station. When you left the building, you had to look both ways, because there was a big set of the king penguins that would chase you. So you had to look out for them. They had names for them, but apparently they'd run and slide and try to catch up with you, and people had to run to the next building. Now these are the bigger dolphins. Oh, there's the hair, of course. I can get that tail. It's a little thin. I didn't fill the one up all the way. But look at that. Oh, I like this. And when it cures, it's very, 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 very hard and durable. But that's really nice. Look at that. Oh, I love dolphins too. Let's get the second one. He might look a little bigger. Get his tail out carefully. There we go. Oh, that's one of the dolphins with the beak on it. Is that the same? Oh, look at that. They're the same. Those would make cute earrings because they're opposite of each other. Be kind of big. This would be nice on a bracelet. So that's that one. And then last of all, I had this little ducky mold. And I thought, oh, I want to see the little ducks. I couldn't find my yellow mica powder off the bat, so I just did white, and we can see how these look. I didn't fill them all the way. I guess I couldn't see that well. So some might be a little taller than others. Let's pop that out. Oh my gosh. Look at that. The little wings and everything. He's got a... No, that's part of his beak. He's got a bubble. I wonder if I can fix that. I don't know if I can fix that one. But those are really cute. Well, I was able to clean these up, and I started coloring them, and I was using just Sharpie markers, different colors of Sharpie markers. So here's our little turtle. I just put a little black dot for an eye on here. Here's the little duck. I went ahead and just cut that bottom beak off, so it still looks good. Here's the seahorses. Those are like two different colors of markers, and I had done this elephant prior to trying to pour the one that didn't work out. I'd already done this one. Here's the penguin. It's really, really cute. I need to move over a little bit. And the rest of these I thought I would try to paint, because when I was coloring the octopus with my marker, I could not get in, even with the fine marker, I could not get into those little areas there. So I've got a little water with a little soap. Let me grab this purple. This bottle's seen its day, hasn't it? See, it's a different color, but we'll just go over it. That's really pretty. Different, but I'm just going to take a brush and see if I can't get this in there. I mean, I do have a finer brush. This one's about beat. Just want to get in those little white areas. And I think maybe we can find a rhinestone for his eye. I thought about that, and then I forgot to grab some. Let's do... Actually, he could be two-toned. Just do... Nah, we'll just do the whole thing. Nah. We'll just do the whole piece in this purple paint. I really can't tell how the paint takes to this with the marker on top. We'll try another piece. I'll have paint all over. I think that'll be a really cute ring. So I guess if I'm repeating myself, I just thought since I had the blanks, I would use up some little pieces. Some of what I had already, and I'll show you. And then I thought, well, let's try that polyurethane resin, which is really, really cool. And these have been sat overnight, so they're very hard. They're very hard. So, let me wipe this off my hands. They're durable. They're going to be very durable. Now, I did go ahead and grab some pink for the feet. Here's a flesh colored. And there's a pink. As you can tell, my paints have been around a while. Let's see what this one does. These are just regular acrylics. Ooh, see, that's pretty globby, but have no fear. You can still paint with it. Now this is more of a flesh tone. It's called Rose, Pink Rose. Just get that there. Ugh, it's rather globby. Oh well, let's do it. This has a nice smooth surface. The other two aren't so smooth. And that's probably because they were getting pretty hot. The resin was, and setting itself up. But oh, that takes paint nicely. Get the streaks off. Oops. Oh, here we go. I should get tweezers. But those are cute. I sanded off the tips of the toes because they did have bubbles. And I thought, oh, maybe we should put some nail polish on the toes, but I'm going to leave them as is, because the hang tens, they didn't have nail polish. I'll let this dry and then go ahead and do the back. But yeah, that takes it nice. So do my fingers. Could have put them on a piece of tape. That way you don't have to manhandle them too much. I can get that down there. Get off. Get off. Whoop. Okay. Well, look at the holes on the toes. Maybe I can find some rhinestones to cover that up. If not, I'll use it for something else. This one's going to be the same way with the bubbles on it. So we know this takes markers, and we know this takes acrylic paint really well. I couldn't fix the beak on the little, the other little penguin, so he's going in this scrap bucket. But, oh, I like that. I like that very much. I had to just hold this still a minute. Get that on there. Let that dry, and we'll do the back. Oh, pardon me, that's my stomach growling. Gosh. All right, let's put that aside for now. That dry. Here's a little duck. What's on you? What's that little fleck? Oh, it's just something else. Okay. So I have an orange. Take my time on this one. We'll do the yellow first, and then do the little orange beak. Let's see, this took the marker really nice. Perfect color for the little duck, isn't it? All right, let's get, oh, I can use this again. I like these flat edged brushes, but I've got them all pretty much worn out. Not looking so good. All right, let's just see if I can hold your beak. We'll just go around it. Ooh, that's a pretty yellow. Just as bright as a marker. Now, I don't know about acrylic paint chipping off. I might have to put some clear wood varnish on to seal that yellow on there so we don't get bits of flakes breaking off of there. But I thought these ducks were just so cute. I had to try it. Then I'll have to try that bathtub. I've had that mold forever. But it paints up really nicely. Look at that. Really manhandling it, aren't I? Okay. Got that going. I have a second one. Top of your head. 2 streaks, get that off. The little bottom tail. See, it worked out even though they weren't completely full. Those will still be cute as can be. What's that like? There. Nice. I have a couple of dolphins left and the little turtle. You can detail these as much as you like to. And once again, I'm glad to know that the mica powder comes right out of the mold with this product. So I just say thank you, Resiners. That was quite generous of you. I will be using this product, that's for sure. I like it. Oh, there's a little bubble, darn, right there on his little wing. Let me hold you steady. Right across your little face. I'll do the orange and the bottom when that dries. What's that? Get it off. Okay, there's those. And then I didn't grab paint for the dolphins or the turtle, so I'm going to paint these, and then we're going to go ahead and just glue them to the ring forms. That's all we need to do, basically. And I'll try to look for some little tiny rhinestones for those 4 little toes on each one. See what I can do. Okay, I think I've painted what I've needed to paint. However, I did not do the little turtle because I'm going to show you something with that. So, first of all, I did dig out some rhinestones. And I thought with a little bit of, oh my goodness, what is this? B7000. I might put some blue rhinestones on the elephant. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Oh, are you going to come out? Okay, there's just a little daub. And here's a little daub. I just found some blue ones. They're a bit big. Actually, I have smaller ones, and they're in here. Oh, goodness, Bill. You did it again. You got it together. Let's see. These are kind of turquoise. Can I get one? I know elephants have brown eyes, but we're going to give him some little blue rhinestone eyes. These are small, but you can jizz them up however you want. Okay, that's you. Now, I did have some skulls, so I pulled out this skull, and we're going to give him some red rhinestone for the eyes. Let's get you out. There's one here. And we'll do that real quick. Let's get a little daub in there. Okay, I see. Black is hard to see at. My language is getting worse the older I get. Is that enough? I think that's enough. It's hard to tell. So red, we're going to give this guy some red eyes. There, like that. I think that's, and let me push that in a little bit. Push it down. Okay, we have a skeleton. Our little duck is done. This little duck needs eyes. The octopus. I was looking for eyes on the octopus, and I thought, well, let's just be silly, because this happened to be with my rhinestones, and I thought, okay, now I don't use googly eyes very often, but why not, eh? This will fit just perfect. There he is. Okay, now we're going to set that aside. What else needs a rhinestone? Well, these are the tiniest I have. I couldn't tell you what size, because then again, that's metric, and I don't do metric. Should learn it, for goodness sakes. So, I wasn't sure. I've got clear diamonds, green. There's really, well, that's a kind of blah looking yellowish pink. And I'm only going to do the 4 unless I sand that flat. Well, that could be easily done, but I'm not going to, and I just scratched the paint. See what I mean about scratching the paint? It happens, but we're going to show you a way to fix that. What color would go on here? Let's look at these blah little pink ones. Well, they look like a dirty pink, but maybe he has dirty feet. He or she. You might find out. Put a little dab of right there. 2, 3, 4. So we don't want these to be broken and have holes. So we'll put a few little rhinestones on there. That's pretty big for the pinky. Well, I think that looks pretty cute. A little something something. We really don't need to worry about the big toe, do we? All right, I'm going to put that aside. Let's do the other one. Is that a hair? Let's scratch the paint off. Could be. I can't tell. Let's just do this. This, and this. This is a good jewelry glue. It's P7000. So we'll just get these on here. Flip over you. Okay. That looks good. Kind of funny. Need a little humor in our lives, eh? Should work out good. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. Now, I want to put eyes on the little ducks, but we're going to varnish these. We're going to bring the shine back. Okay, and I don't want to put the marker dot on for the eyes because it will smear if it's not really, really dry on the yellow. Now, the little seahorse eyes are very, very tiny. I wonder, should we try to put a rhinestone on that? It's hard to see. There's a turquoise stone or a light green. Oh, let's see. What is this one? I can see this one better. No, we're going to draw that on. It's got little eyelashes. This one's different. So let's put a stone on this one, and the other one we'll draw on it. Okay, that's a limeish green. There's a turquoise. Well, let's just go with that. And just grab one out. There, that'll work. Let's get you there. that's a bigger glob. I'll just pull that off. Try again. Wipe it on your pants, Billy. You know I live in pajama pants. I can't see. That's dark like the skull was. I can't see if I got the glue on. No, I did. Probably too much. Let's get this on here. There, just a little sparkle. It matches. It's not prominent, but it matches. Okay. Now, let's look at these. Now, I could draw that on again later with the black marker, and we're going to wait. And you need the marker, and we're going to wait. Everything else is ready to go. They have the shine. See how the marker has the shine? And that's not going to chip off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get out my wood varnish. And I keep it in this big bottle here because we're going to take our wood varnish. Get a little in there. This is water-based, but it really protects acrylic paint on your resin pieces, and it will bring out the shine. Those go in a different deal. Get them out of the way. So I'm just going to brush that on. It'll go clear and it'll bring out the shine, which I like, and they're going to be protected. So just a light coat on here. My one little grandson likes sea life. The other one loves turtles, but I think these rings will be too big for them just yet. So we're just going to protect this. And I'll do the front and then the back when this is dry, and it doesn't take long at all. It dries as probably as, just maybe as quick as acrylic paint does. He's got an alien head. But you can see already how that shines it up, and it'll, like I said, be protected. So I got a little carried away on rings. They've been fun. And I'll show you the others I went ahead and did earlier before I even started this video, because I didn't expect to receive some polyurethane resin from Craftors. Thank you so much, Craftors. They are a good company, and they've been very kind to me. Very kind. Let's make sure I don't... Yeah, let's wipe that off. Pull up some paint. They've been very generous with me. I appreciate it so much. But yes, it just came in the nick of time. Didn't expect it. There it is. There it was. And like I said, I'll do the backs of these too. But they're much better. I'm going to try not to get them on the get it on the rhinestones. If you do, it's okay. They still shine. They still sparkle. But we're going to do that. I'm going to get these covered, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with the turtle. Look at that. Nice. See the difference? Well, you'll be able to see the difference soon enough. Let that dry. We'll do this one. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm doing pretty good. The back bites now and then. Well, it bites all the time, to be honest. It bites all the time. Oh, what is that? Oh, I'm pulling the paint off, Billy. I was too rough. Look at that. Darn it. Well, that'll have to be fixed, and I did it here too. Shoot. All right, sometimes we have repair jobs. It was a little too rough. Or it wasn't quite set. Now, maybe I should get a softer brush, eh? Let me turn around. I've got my brushes behind me here. Find something a little softer, maybe. This one isn't as wide, but it's pretty soft. There's a hair in there. I can see it. Thank goodness for puppy pads. They really come in handy when you're crafting. Oh, and look, if you can see it, I did get a new mat. This is a sewing mat, and I did get it online, and it's huge. The old pink one had seen its day, so there, a little gentler, Billie. I like that. Little eye, oh, and we're going to paint the eyes on after the fact on the rest of them. Let you dry. Do the back, little ducky duck. Gosh, these are cute. So I did get a mold, and oh my gosh, I did pour it. I haven't shared it with you, but it's a toilet. Well, let me just show you. It is cuter than heck. So maybe I've got some other projects I need to do, but maybe we can do a little bathroom scene with rubber duckies, the bathtub, and the toilet. Oh, I missed some yellow there. Here, let me get these done and I'll show you. I just used leftover resins when I was doing it. And it is cute. You can dry. It'll take me about a minute to get these done. So if anyone knows the story behind why people with Jeep vehicles have rubber duckies going on their dashboards, I don't know the story behind that, but it's quite popular here in Idaho. I hope it doesn't mean anything nasty, but I don't know. I have no clue. If you know, please put that in the comment section. And I have to tell you something. I have comments that I am behind on. I know they're there. They finally showed up. But for a while, I had lost the comments. I had the ones that were just, recent. But the older ones disappeared. And then next thing you know, because I was just assuming they were answered by me. Oh, I got a little bit of its paint off its butt. And they weren't. So I will get on that as soon as I can. I'm so sorry. I'm not very good at that part of the whole YouTube program. I just have to be more cautious and more thoughtful about it. But I had a friend say her comments had disappeared too for a bit. So I don't know what was going on. So that's my homework. Get that taken care of, because I do appreciate your comments, and I've met so many new subscribers. So for those of you who are new here, thank you for joining me, and welcome to my little world. I shouldn't say little world, it keeps getting bigger all the time. It's really been nice since I have a craft room. But I still have a few designated areas in the house where things are stacked. My home is small. Pretty small. Sometimes I wonder how a family of 4 lived in this tiny little house, you know, especially when children were young and everyone needed one, you know, the one bathroom, but we made do. We did do an addition because I did have a son and daughter, and of course they needed their own room, so we did add on another bedroom. But it's home. My husband and I, coming up, will be married 43 years, which is a milestone. Sometimes I wonder how it happened. I was very fortunate. Very fortunate. I love these dolphins. Oh, you know, I never swam with the dolphins. I was in California, you know, when we left Canada, and I never got to swim with a dolphin. That would be something, wouldn't it? I'm afraid I'm too old now. I think an animal that size could probably hurt my old fragile body. But they're magnificent animals, aren't they? And I love them all. One of the first books my mother ever gave me was an older book that she had, and it's all about North American animals. It's a great book. It's black and white. I studied that book as a child. And then just grew up with always having animals in my life. Okay, I'm babbling. I'm going to have to fix that little duck's butt. Well, he won't be arraigned just yet then. All right, back to what I wanted to show you with the little white turtle. And we do happen to have some wood varnish here. So I went and I grabbed, I think this was the same teal I used in the mold on this one, but it'll come out different. I'm pretty sure of it. So, and I like to do this a lot. Take your mica powders and mix it with the varnish and paint it on your resin piece. It holds up real well with the resin, and to be honest, I don't use acrylic paints that often or markers on my resin pieces. I usually resort back to this. So that was just a little left. We didn't need much. And what I don't use, I just let that dry and I put it in the scrap bin. Oh, I was going to show you the toilet. Let's do this real fast. Don't let me forget. Okay, let's get a brush. But I like to paint using mica powders this way. Somebody was here. And that. Just paint it right on there. And I'm not going to go into detail with all the markings on these animals. I'm just going to leave them be. Well, I forgot to say this. I forgot, as I tend to. I should have put a base coat of paint on here. That's what I should have done. Darn it. Get in a hurry. Get in that hurry mode. I get in a hurry, plus I still get nervous. I still get very self-conscious talking and doing a video sometimes. Yes, well, that wasn't a good example, but it works, believe me. I'll just have a white undertone. Or I can do a second coat. That would help. But I like how this turns out, but remember to put a base coat down so the color, you know, is in the background better. Oh my goodness, too much coffee, Billie. I haven't had that much coffee today. I think I'm still drinking my first cup. All right, you're going to dry and I'm going to put some more on it. Get it all over my fingers. Next time, Billie, put it on a piece of tape to hold it down. Painting would be so much easier. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you as far as using varnish. Not a good example, but it does work. Okay, now let me show you this toilet. It's cute as can be. It's right behind me. Now, I started out using, I had the leftover white, so I poured the white in, and then I had leftover black. But look at that toilet. And check out the lid. I used leftovers, poured some white, and then this was a sticker. And I put that right on there. Look at that. Is that not cute? That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And then this, for the handle, it's part of one of those chain links that you link the ball chains to. That's all that is. And, gosh, it needs a little bouquet. But maybe we'll do another toilet, pour that and the tub so we have a matching set. But I love that for succulents. Oh, it is just so, so cute. So I hope you like that. Is that... I couldn't believe it. I just had to have it. All right, Billie. Some things are still drying. Some things need eyes. But I'm just going to take these ring forms and we'll just start gluing things on. Let's start here with the skull. And for this, I'm going to use my E6000 because I have found if you use the B7000, if it oozes out, you can't get it off the resin and it doesn't look good. But the E6000, this is about had it, if it oozes out, you can just take I usually just take some tweezers and just pull it right off, and it doesn't mar up your resin piece. So I like it better for that. And just be sure when you make your rings that you've got a place that's you think, should I put it in the middle of his head probably, or the top of his head? Oh, I'm going to go with the middle. And just make sure you can't see the back. And I'm just going to try to make it evenly placed. A little too much glue, it's going to slide. That's all there is to it. And they turn out so fun. They really are fun to do. Not so much this time. And this will hold. Penguin, see, I need to check. Where should I put that? I'm going to have to put that in the middle where it's widest. That's going to be so cute. This one I just have a little speck of black in the eye. But penguins have a special meaning to me. There we go. You're going to dry. And we'll go ahead and do the dolphin. I don't know that I have enough of these ring blanks, but we're going to use them. Now, see, I get carried away. If you were on this finger, look at that. How would we place him to where, you know, this way might work, but I think we need to tilt him a little bit. I don't know if it'll obstruct the other fingers. But it shouldn't if we go something like that. Anyway, it's unique. You could have them that way too if you wanted. But I think we're just going to go probably, I've got to go down here in the body section. So if the ring was on, I could put the ring on. Let's just go right about there, right in the middle. So these are just little unique pieces that I thought would be very, very fun. Ooh. To make. So I'm going to finish these up with the glue, let the ring forms dry, touch up my paint on the little feet there and the little duckies. So let me show you what I had done. When I first started playing with these, I thought, what am I going to do with these ring forms, and what do I have that's sliding? I have to watch out for that one, sliding a little bit. I'll put a stick under it. Lift that. Okay, so I thought I have these ring forms. What am I going to do with them? So I just dug out little pieces I had. So I'm just going to slide this under here. I had, remember the ladybugs that we did with the little glass stones? I took the little red ones and made the ladybugs. Here are some more skulls. They're a bit hard to see on the black background. This was just a little donut, a little hard rubber donut. This is a little fish. And this here, I did a time ago, I did these little balls with dried flowers inside. So that's what that is. We'll move down. There's more skulls. And then these are just little plastic pieces. I don't know where they came from, but pretty little rings. More of the dried flowers. And then this was a little strawberry. So I made quite a few. I hope you like them. And I hope you try them. So just gather up your little small pieces and your little molds. Get some Craftor polyurethane resin. That's a nice kit. I have a discount code in my description. And I think I'll just finish these up, take a nice still picture or two, share that with you, and hope you have a wonderful day. Sending big hugs. Thank you so much. Bye.